Max Holloway and Islam Makhachev had a little back and forth on social media. It all started when Max questioned why Islam was still carrying around 2 belts during a recent live stream, despite only currently holding the welterweight title.
Why the f he has 2 belts? Aura? I mean, like, it is what it is, bro. I mean, like, you are, but you're not. That was temporary, but now you're just defending 1 belt, bro. Why you keep... I don't know. I don't know, guys.
So Islam saw that video and responded via Instagram. He wrote, "I don't know, bro. It's not even too heavy to hold, but you don't understand. Sorry." Max responded to Islam on his live stream last night and flexed all of his UFC titles.
We know somebody else runs his social media for him, and that's what they replied. Let me say word for word. "I don't know, bro. It's even too heavy to hold, but you don't understand." I don't know what he meant by that. I kinda have an idea what it's like. I kinda know how heavy it feels, brother. This had actually, wait, hold on. We can keep going if you like. We can keep going if you like, bro. I can keep going to see how heavy these things are. These things are pretty heavy. Got some more coming. These things, it's heavy as shit. You gotta do your homework if you think these are replicas, bro. You got one more too. I don't know how heavy these are. Like, I got hit in his head too many times. I ain't talking about Islam. I'm talking about the guy who's running his IG for him. I kinda know how heavy these are, bro. These bad boys are heavy.
Sean O'Malley trolls Ian Garry for showing too much respect to Islam Makhachev during their fight. Khamzat Chimaev had a message for Dana White today. Since losing the middleweight title to Sean Strickland at UFC 328, Khamzat has been calling for the rematch on X. Today, Khamzat posted a photo of himself with the belt. He wrote, "What are we waiting for? I want to fight. At Dana White." Carlos Prates tells Michael Morales he'll knock him out if they ever fight.
If the guy have 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 like me, bro, I can fight him. Yeah. He said I'm scared about him. O cara falou que eu tô, mano, assustado com ele, irmão. O bagulho é verde. He said I'm scared about him. Hey, cabrón, que pasa? Como está? Bro, that guy said, you say I'm scared to fight you. I'm not scared to fight you. I'm #1 contender, so I wanna fight for the belt. UFC never offered the fight against you. If they offer me, of course I would knock you out really fast. First round, so don't worry, we're gonna fight and I'm gonna knock you out. But now, wait, get my belt, and then we can fight.
Let's run it, yeah.
Yeah? I never scared to fight about you, bro. Don't worry. He just replied, yeah, I'm ready to fight, just let me know. Hey, cabrão, depois...
Are you ready? Can we add it
de pegar mi cinturão, Joe, knock you out.
Israel Adesanya and Demetrious Johnson believe Islam Makhachev only needs 2 more wins before calling it a career.
I think Islam.
If he gets, I think
go crazy.
I think if he gets 2 more, if he gets 2 more or 1 more, I think stop chasing that dragon. Just that's it. Let your other boy, because she's always, you know, you look at Khabib. He can still do it, but he's still involved in the sport. He still gets that stress. He still gets that anxiety because he's with the team. He's a piece of him is in that octagon.
He gets to express that.
Exactly. So I feel for Islam, it'll be the same thing for him. He has Usman. He has Umar. He has Shanko. He has other guys that are coming up. Amru, who's in PFL.
Next level.
He can still have that connection with those guys, and he doesn't have to risk his body as much. So
Kenny Florian went off over Ian Garry constantly trying to shake hands and hug Islam Makhachev during their fight.
We don't compete, we fight. You have to have the mentality of, I'm here to destroy you, and don't pretend like you're here to just be friends with me. You're here to destroy me as well. And if I take that in, like we're hugging every freaking round, like, dude, you already said hello. You already, exchanged pleasantries. Like, go out there and just fight. Let's stop with the hugging every freaking round. Like, maybe a pound before the fight, and that's it. You can hug after the fight, but why are we doing this? It's a weird approach. And, as far as tactics and stuff, I have a take on that, but it's irritating. And again, Ian Garry isn't the only one that does this. John Silva's been criticized, Cowboy Cerrone, other people. But anyways, I hate to see it.
Other people have done it, but this guy took it to another level, I think.
Over 24 times. Daniel Cormier and I have talked about this on broadcast, right? DC is wildly irritated by this, right? The pre-round hugs, these need to go away.
The MMA Guru explains why he started rooting for Ian Garry just 3 minutes into the fight with Islam Makhachev.
I remember watching this in round one and thinking, holy shit, it's going down. I'm so excited. It's Makhachev versus Garry. We've all been waiting for this moment. And then about 3 minutes in, I remember thinking, Makhachev's been on this body lock for 2 minutes straight now. And I really don't want him to be on it for the next 2 minutes. So then I ended up kind of in the middle of it in some crazy turn of events. I'm rooting for Ian Garry.
That is actually insane.
Crazy.
That is insane.
Absolutely insane turn of events. Then he got head kicked and I'm like, yes, kill him. And then it never came, but Makhachev hit him with that sweet head and arm throw. But then, the last 3 rounds, he kind of just sort of like out-controlled him. Didn't really hit him at all. I don't think he really hit Ian with a good shot for the last 15 minutes of the fight. Like, I can't think of anything Makhachev did that actually inflicted pain on Ian other than the head kick in round 2.
Henry Cejudo explains why he thinks Carlos Prates would be a favorable stylistic matchup for Islam Makhachev.
If the UFC wants to make this right, Kamaru, hold on real quick. If the UFC wants to make this right, you have to make Carlos Prates fight Michael Morales, #1 contender. That's one. You cannot pick one. But check this out. Check what I'm about to say. Now, still, stylistically, and particularly a guy like Prates, I do believe that the UFC is probably going to give him Carlos Prates because they like him. Bro, stylistically, that's a great matchup for Islam Makhachev. Notice what Ian Garry did to Prates. You know what I'm saying? Prates only won 1 round from him. To me, in my opinion, Ian Garry only won 1 round from Islam Makhachev. Like, the reality is, at 170 pounds, the guy that's undefeated, I think it should probably be Michael Morales, dude.
Stephen Wonderboy Thompson opened up about his retirement mindset and says his heart is now with coaching and helping develop the next generation of fighters. Wonderboy isn't retired just yet though. The 43-year-old still has 1 fight remaining on his UFC contract and is targeting Madison Square Garden this November for what he hopes will be the final fight of his career.
Worried at all about retirement? You do have a lot of things going on. You got obviously the gym, you've got, the content you're doing on YouTube, you got analyst work, but we've seen, recently a couple of fighters, Dustin Poirier being one, Anthony Smith being the other, like that have kind of struggled a bit with retirement. Do you worry about that at all, where, when you don't get to fight, that maybe your mind goes elsewhere and you're trying to find that competitive itch in other ways? Is that something that concerns you at all?
No, not at all, man. Not at all. Like, this is my jam. This is my job. Being here at the school, teaching karate classes, this is what I love to do. And the fight game has always just been, to me, an extracurricular activity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured as much, yeah.
And, the martial, I'm a martial artist through and through. I will be doing this till the day I die, teaching the martial arts. And I get, my dad's the same way. He's 71, but he told me, Steven, I'm going to die on the mat. That's just what I'm going to be. That's just how I'm going to do it. He was a competitor. I love to compete. And the reason over the years, my reasons to compete have changed. For the longest is to be champion, be the best. But, over time, it's not about being champion. It's about how much better that I can get. It's about improving oneself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that is what I'm about right now. And fight camps, helping other guys prepare for their fights, it scratches that competitive itch. You know what I'm saying?
Sean Strickland leaked some private messages between himself and Tyron Woodley. Yesterday, Sean went off on Dean Thomas over the way he handled the Gillian Robertson situation, calling him a coach among other things. Woodley, who is a longtime friend and former student of Dean's, reached out to Sean privately to defend him, and things quickly escalated. Sean posted a photo of the conversation on X. He wrote, "Bro let the CTE get to him," and forgot his record is a red line. So Woodley wrote, "Watch your mouth talking about Dean. You have no clue what the you talking about. We laugh all the time when you have no filter, but you a habitual line crosser. I'm ride or die about him. Don't cross that line." Sean responded saying, "Bro, what are you gonna do? You ain't gonna do a damn thing. Dean can suck my Sean then sent Tyron a screenshot of his Tapology record, highlighting the string of losses at the end of his career. He wrote, "Weak ass Arman Tsarukyan believes Charles Oliveira used the death of his teammate Alan Nascimento as an excuse to pull out of their fight. For those unaware, Arman and Charles were expected to run it back at UFC 331 next month. However, Oliveira withdrew following the sudden passing of his close friend and teammate Alan Nascimento. Arman is now set to face Mauricio Hoofy instead. Here's what he had to say yesterday on the Ariel Helwani show.
So I supposed to fight with Charles co-main event 5 rounds. After when I was in the mountains, they called me and said, "We got a new name for you, it's Rufi." I said, "Okay, no problem."
Did they give you a reason why it's not Charles anymore?
Because Charles' friend died and he cannot train. But I don't understand, in 3 days or 4 days he's doing live streamings and back in the camp, and probably they already set it up fight with Diego Lopez. He was just find the excuse, and now he just find the excuse. I don't know if everybody's different. Yeah, it's to lose somebody is so hard, but you could beat me and dedicate this victory to your friend, and but you never know. So of course, fight me or Diego Lopez. For sure he would pick Diego Lopez.
The MMA community went off on Arman over those comments. To read off the top replies, "That's pretty f***ed up to say. Funny coming from the guy that quite literally backed out of a f***ing title fight against Islam because his back was too tight. Actual piece of response, and genuinely would make no sense for Charles to be scared of someone he already fought. It's genuinely insane to think Charles is scared of anyone when he's fought Islam, Topuria, Gaethje, Poirier, Holloway, Tony Ferguson, and the list goes on. And just when I thought Arman couldn't be more of a bitch, Arman genuinely the biggest prick in the UFC. One to talk about excuses when he pulled out of the biggest fight of his career against Islam. Man, I hope Hoofy hurts Arman so bad he never fights again. What a piece of shit. And what a scummy thing to say from someone who's never had to face any adversity from the moment he left his mother's womb." Ariel Helwani reached out to Gillian Robertson today and asked her about the Dean Thomas situation. Yesterday, Dean publicly apologized to Gillian on the Deep Waters show. However, Gillian doesn't think there was much weight in the apology. She told Ariel prior to Saturday's broadcast, "I didn't see any signs of what was to be said." After the broadcast, he had said, "I will address this in the morning," followed by going live on Deep Waters in 15 minutes. He did reach out to me privately at 5 p.m. and then sent a voice message apologizing around 7:30 p.m., to which I have not responded due to comments he had made since the broadcast privately to my team that led me to believe that there is not much weight in the apology, such as me doing that publicly was more so for TV purposes and ratings. I don't think there's a conversation to be had. I'm good with everything. The people who sign my checks are cool. As for now, I regroup, take some time to heal, and I will be back in the gym as soon as possible on the same mission. And that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to the Dean Thomas and Gillian Robertson situation. The first one's from CLE Takeover. It says, "Anik saying I think he retired mid-fight was absolute savage." The second one's from Kaiser Souza. It says, "Dean Thomas taking the spotlight off of Ian Garry." And the final one's from QSA 2073. It says, "Dean apologized for announcing his retirement, not for putting her down." If you want to be featured in our next video, all you have to do is drop a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching.